The Power of Now, A Guide to Spiritual Enlightenment by Eckhart Tolle, is a profound spiritual guide that emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment. It seeks to show how being fully conscious of the present can lead to spiritual awakening, inner peace, and freedom from suffering. Tolle argues that much of human suffering comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, rather than embracing the now, where life truly unfolds. In this summary, we'll explore the key concepts and themes from the book in 1,000 words. The core message, living in the now. Tolle begins by explaining that most people live either in the past or the future. They dwell on past events, mistakes, and regrets, or they anticipate future problems and challenges. This prevents them from experiencing the present moment fully. According to Tolle, time is a psychological construct that creates an illusion of self, often referred to as the ego. The ego thrives on past experiences and future projections, trapping people in a cycle of anxiety and discontent. The core of Tolle's philosophy is that the now is all we truly have. The past is gone and the future is not yet here, so neither holds reality. The present moment, however, is the only space where life occurs. By anchoring our attention in the present, we can tap into a state of heightened awareness that transcends ego and leads to true spiritual awakening. The pain body. Understanding emotional pain. One of the book's central ideas is the concept of the pain body. Tolle describes the pain body as an accumulation of unresolved emotional pain from past experiences. This pain body feeds on negative emotions and perpetuates cycles of suffering by causing people to react emotionally to triggers in the present moment. Tolle likens the pain body to an entity that possesses us, clouding our consciousness and causing destructive behaviors. He believes that the pain body grows stronger the more we dwell on negative experiences or allow ourselves to be consumed by harmful emotions like anger, resentment, or fear. However, Tolle emphasizes that the pain body can be dissolved through awareness. By staying present and becoming a witness to our thoughts and emotions, we can observe them without identifying with them. This practice of mindful awareness prevents the pain body from taking control and helps break the cycle of suffering. The ego and the illusion of self. The ego is another key concept in the power of now. Tolle defines the ego as the false sense of self that humans create through identification with their thoughts, emotions, and external conditions. The ego seeks to maintain its identity by constantly comparing, judging, and defining itself in opposition to others. According to Tolle, the ego is rooted in time, meaning it either lives in the past or anticipates the future. It derives its sense of self from past experiences, memories, and narratives, and it is constantly seeking fulfillment in future achievements, goals, or relationships. This creates a cycle of discontent, as the ego is never fully satisfied and always seeks more. Tolle suggests that true freedom comes from transcending the ego. When we detach from our identification with the mind and its constant chatter, we experience a deeper sense of self that is grounded in presence and inner stillness. This state of pure awareness, which Tolle calls the being, is our true essence. Mindfulness and presence. The practice of mindfulness is central to Tolle's teachings. He advises readers to cultivate awareness by observing their thoughts and emotions without judgment. By doing this, we can disassociate from the ego and the pain body, allowing us to live more consciously in the present. Tolle suggests various practices to develop presence, such as focusing on the breath, observing the sensations of the body, and paying attention to the world around us. These practices help anchor our attention in the present moment and quiet the incessant mental noise that keeps us trapped in cycles of anxiety, regret, and worry. One key practice he recommends is to become a watcher of your thoughts. Instead of being swept away by your thinking, simply observe it. Notice the thoughts as they come and go without attaching to them or giving them power. In doing so, you create a space of consciousness that allows you to experience the deeper reality of the present moment. Surrender and acceptance. Another fundamental teaching in the power of now is the importance of surrender and acceptance. Tolle suggests that much of human suffering stems from resistance to the present moment. When we resist what is happening right now, whether it's a difficult situation, an unpleasant emotion, or a challenging experience, we create inner conflict. Surrendering to the present moment means accepting it fully, without resistance or judgment. It does not mean becoming passive or resigned to negative circumstances, but rather accepting what is, without adding unnecessary mental and emotional suffering. By surrendering to the now, we free ourselves from the burdens of resistance and allow life to unfold naturally. Tolle explains that surrender is not about giving up, but about letting go of the need for control. The mind constantly seeks to control and manipulate reality to fit its desires, but this creates tension and frustration when things don't go according to plan. By surrendering to the flow of life, we align ourselves with the deeper intelligence of the universe and open ourselves to possibilities beyond the limited perspective of the ego. The role of relationships. Relationships, according to Tolle, are one of the primary areas where the ego and the pain body manifest. In many relationships, people project their unmet needs, fears, and insecurities onto their partner, creating conflict and disharmony. This is especially true in romantic relationships, where the pain body often becomes activated, leading to emotional turmoil and reactive behaviors. Tolle advises that the key to healthy relationships is presence. By staying fully conscious in our interactions with others, we can avoid the traps of ego-driven behavior, such as jealousy, possessiveness, or the need to control. Instead, we can approach relationships from a place of acceptance, love, and non-judgment, allowing them to flourish in a more authentic and harmonious way. He also highlights the importance of not relying on others for our sense of completeness. The ego often seeks fulfillment through external sources, including relationships, but this leads to dependency and disappointment. Tolle suggests that true fulfillment comes from within, through a deep connection to the present moment and our true essence. Conclusion. Awakening to the present moment. The power of now is ultimately a guide to spiritual awakening. Tolle's teachings offer a path to inner peace, freedom, and enlightenment through the practice of presence. By letting go of the past and future, detaching from the ego, and cultivating awareness of the present moment, we can transcend suffering and experience a deeper sense of aliveness and fulfillment. Tolle emphasizes that this is not a theoretical concept, but a practice that must be lived and experienced in everyday life. The present moment is where life unfolds, and by awakening to its reality, we can connect to our true nature, which is beyond the mind and the ego. The power of now lies in its simplicity. It doesn't require complicated techniques or esoteric knowledge, but rather a willingness to be fully here, in this moment, free from the mind's incessant chatter. As Tolle reminds us, the only time we ever truly have is now.